So this is not just a teacher talking about the English grammar, vocabulary, usage. It's someone that actually lives what you guys live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to one more live lesson. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. I am Renata, if you don't know me, if you are not familiar with me, and I'm here to help you guys with this today. 5 things that sabotage your email. Wow, Instagram looks different tonight. Don't know what's happening with this live, update or something, but there's something different about it, okay? I just hope it doesn't interfere with our class. So how are you guys doing today? We're going to talk about emails and how to write emails and how to get your emails to help you build authority where you work. Everybody around you get to know you a little bit more every day because of the way you communicate. So they are a very strong tool, and we really hope that this class can help you, stop making mistakes that actually sabotage your communication. So in order to begin, we're going to invite my partner all the way from Canada, MC. Hi, partner.
Is there do we have a new layout here?
Yes, we do. Isn't it strange? And as I was saying before I invited MC over, hi Laura, good evening. As I was saying, as I was telling everyone, emails are that everyday brick that you build, your authority at work. People get to know you and get to know how you do your job and get to know, the way you work through communication, through your emails, of course, and through meetings and through any kind of, contact. But now with COVID and social distancing, I guess emails are more important than ever because we have reduced the amount of face-to-face conversations, face-to-face, meetings, and so emails have become stronger. So it's very important for us to write well, to be known for, try to get the emails to convey, to transmit the message that we do in person, like show who we are and show what we can do through the written form. I don't know if you agree with me, MC, but I just wanted everybody to know tonight that MC is known for her communication skills at work. She has been complimented, and she is very, she's a humble girl. She is not gonna say that she is, but it's a skill that is very, very much in her, and she's known for it. So she's known for being able to communicate really well. So tonight I have brought the class. I have brought, I have checked, double checked, triple checked everything, and I've made sure that we have an amazing class with tips. But we have talked, and she has a lot of insights to bring because she's in the market. She's working at a global company in Canada, in case you don't know. So she has a lot to offer to you guys, to us, in terms of what to do and what not to do in your emails. So this is not just a teacher talking about the English grammar, vocabulary, usage. It's someone that actually lives what you guys live, or what you want to live one day, by having a job that requires English, by getting a promotion, by, reaching a level that requires amazing English. So that's what we are here for. So stay tuned. This class has a lot of real life tips that you can start using tomorrow if you want. And just a quick note, we will be sending the material, the slides and the material of the class by email. If you are part of that group that receives the emails, just wait for it. Tomorrow it will be in your inbox. If not, just go to our bio. There's a link, or you can just go to fluentforreal.com. Very easy because it's us, fluentforreal.com. And sign up, all right? Just leave your email there and you will be getting that material. And it will be sent tomorrow, all right? If you don't do it by tomorrow, you won't get it. So I strongly recommend you do it tonight, right after class. Not now, but after class, okay? All right, you guys. So welcome, Chris. Welcome, everyone. I can only see one at a time, so I might be missing people coming in. When you come in, if you don't have time to watch the whole live, just leave your like, all right? Leave your little heart, because it helps us get relevant in the face of Zuckerberg. But anyway, guys, number one is the Jo effect. Do you remember Jo Soares?
I do.
Okay, let me just open this. Jo Soares was, yes, Instagram sabotaged us, Arthur. Jo Soares was known for his skills to interview anyone. Do you guys like Tata Werneck? I find her really funny. I like her, but I know that a lot of people don't. And she can't do that. She is like always funny, always making fun of the person. But Joe had an elegance. He was able to interview a president or a comedian or a philosopher or a random guy from that went viral. So we need to learn from him. We need to communicate with everyone. We need to know how to communicate with different people, formal, informal, the president of the company, your client, your client who is close to you, who is someone that has been with you for a long time. So we have to be able to go from formal to informal. And he was able to do that with the precision of a neurosurgeon. He was able to do it. If you're joining in right now, just leave your like. All right, we will be very happy to have you here, and if you can do it, it won't even let me upload another picture. But anyway, let's leave it like this. So knowing the formal protocols of formal and informal is very important. Okay, guys, because it can be a disaster if you do formal with someone that at work you have known for a long time, who is your buddy, or the other way around. MC, how do you feel about that being adequate in terms of formality and informality?
All right, so in order to know how to flow in those two scenarios, you need to understand and have seen examples enough in a way that you're gonna choose your weapon accordingly, and that takes some awareness. You need to kind of read and understand, well, I'm going to use that next time I need to write an informal email. And whoa, maybe if I need to write something really formal, I'm going to think about someone who does that often, so I can just screen through the emails and kind of get a glance and to try to understand how that's going to play out and work. And so it's well, I see a lot of people that they tend to go a little heavy on the formal side, or sometimes be too informal when the message requires a lot more care.
These are some examples of formal to informal. Hi there, hi plus name, going further into the more formal, like dear, name, greetings, more formal. Dear sir or madam, more formal, very formal. If you don't know the person, you would say that. To whom it may concern, absolutely formal. So this is an example of like going down here, you're going formal, going up, you're going informal. Hi there, hi name, being super informal and like, I know you, it's okay. I mean, super informal, you could use that at work too, right, MC? Give me your feedback on these. How do you feel?
So for example, the hi there or hi name, those are quite common. And also hi all is something that we use if we have a lot of people that's going to receive the message. And at the same time, I don't feel that that's too informal. Like hi all, I can definitely send to directors and everyone else and be fine with it.
Okay. And these are greetings. You say hello like this, and you say goodbye, following the Jo effect. Remember, Jo Soares effect, talking to anyone, people you know, people you don't know. So these are some tips. There are a lot, guys, but I chose some just for us to see the difference, and to learn a few, right? We can't learn all of them at once. Okay, here are some sign-offs. Love.
So can I make things a little harder for you? Just a second before we jump to to saying goodbye. If you move up again, I just want to use it as an example. So, to whom it may concern, or dear sir, madam, or something like that. You know, when you need to solve your taxes problems, or you're communicating to the immigrant institution in your country or something like that, they're going to use that type of greeting with you, because it's like, I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I barely know if it's like a man, woman, whatever, you know. It's very, very like, I have no contact with you.
And on the
Never
other
have.
hand, if you use that at work, if you mean hi all and you write to whom it may concern, it would be the weirdest greeting ever to send to a
Oh,
group of people that you know in the company you work at, or you know, it would be really, really weird. So it's
yeah.
important to know when to use it, when you don't know the person, and in, you know, in, like you said, formal situation. So these are sign-offs, how to say bye-bye when you're writing an email. Love, I just wrote it here because love is something you do not want to write to anyone that works with you. So just cross it out. Love is something you write to a friend, you know, so very only personal relationships. Now going forward here, thanks a bunch, chat soon. These two are very informal. Thanks a bunch, chat soon, like talk to you soon, something like that. Very informal. Best wishes becomes a little more, you know, to the neutral, not too formal, not too informal. Warm regards as well. And kind regards, you know, polite. Sincerely or sincerely yours become more formal and respectfully. So these two here, closer to, you know, the bluish color, are more formal. Do you have anything to add here, MC? Which one would you add?
Um,
Which one do you like
well,
to use?
cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I
Cheers.
use
And
cheers a lot, especially if I'm communicating with people who I usually interact with in the workplace. So I use
mm-hmm,
cheers a lot.
mm-hmm.
Never use love in the workplace. Never ever.
Yes.
Thanks a bunch. I don't use as well. Chat soon. No, not really. Best wishes that I see a lot. Hey, Ju. Warm regards. I see a lot, especially in the winter time. I don't know if it's something that people like to do, but it's warm regards, or stay warm. It's so kind as well
Uh,
in the winter
stay
time.
warm. That's
Stay
cute.
warm. It's so cute. I love those emails as well. Kind regards is like, well, I don't know you very well. I might be new in the company here, or it might be the first time that I'm interacting with you, or I'm sending an email to a lot of people, a large audience that I don't actually interact with, and it needs to be kind of formal.
Mm-hmm.
Sincerely is the kind of thing that I learned as I was learning English. It's like, okay, it's kind of mandatory, write sincerely at the end of your formal letters. But to be honest, in the workplace, I don't use that, and I don't see that
Uh-huh.
often as well.
Yeah.
And respectfully as well, no, I see that in more academic circles, not so
Mm-hmm.
much at corporate world. But it might be my company, okay? So don't take what I'm saying as the rule. I'm just sharing with you my experience, okay? Be mindful of that.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind everybody, if you just walked in, please leave your like. It helps us a lot. Yeah, MC, I was gonna add that, you know, because when I think of all the professions and everyone that follows us, there are so many people. There are teachers, there are um, designers, there are journalists, you know, and people from different areas. So I think common sense is important to have. So you work at a big global company, maybe someone that works with design, with fashion, talking to a client, you know, chat soon would be adequate. But maybe for you, it's not something that you use or you see people using. So you shouldn't, right? I guess we should also see what people around us use, what native speakers use in the work environment that we are in, and try to get ideas from them. And number two, the telemarketing effect. Telemarketing operators, they just don't know who you are. They talk to you like they talk to me, like they talk to an old man or like a young woman and whatever. They are trained to repeat the speech the same way over and over. They don't really care who they're talking to. It's the way they
very
work.
standardized. Yeah.
Very standardized and very cold and very insensitive. Now, I have one question to ask you. Do you care who the person is on the other side of the phone when they call you and you know it's a telemarketing operator? Arthur said no, and I guess, oops, I guess many people have the same feeling, that I guess we don't feel like interacting with them. We don't want to talk to them. And you know why? Because one of the reasons, I think, is because they don't recognize us as people. We are just a number. They don't care who we are when they're calling us. So why should we care who they are? We don't want to talk to them. We want to hang up as soon as possible. I always try to be polite, but you know, many people are not. Most people are not polite. So like standardized communication, the person doesn't know who you are. They don't care who you are. You don't care who they are either. So if you are writing emails like they speak on the phone, the person who is receiving your emails won't want to know who you are. You're not going to be a person that they will remember. You won't be memorable. You will be invisible, forever invisible. And do you want to be invisible? Do you want to be invisible in the work market? Invisible for your clients, invisible for your prospects? You don't. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to fight for people's attention and win the battle. So don't do this. Don't become a telemarketing operator, just repeating standard sentences, no matter who you're talking to. This is a branch of number one. It's a kind of a detail that also revolves around the whole adequacy, being adequate, etc. But it's more than that. So let me show you what I mean. When you say hey, hello, and hi, instead of saying dear Fulano, which is usually what, like you said, what we learn at school, dear Fulano, sincerely yours, blah, blah, blah. This has a higher response rate. This was actually a study conducted by Boomerang app. They analyzed like 3,000 reference forums, question and answer forums online, and they realized that these greetings, they get a higher response rate. They are more conversational. More conversational greetings and communication leads to higher response rates. So people feel like it's personal, they're talking to you. It's not like a message from beyond, it's a person on the other side. So using these greetings can be helpful, can be really helpful in terms of getting people to pay attention to you and to read what you have to say. Another sentence that I feel can inspire you guys. Hey, so I'm reaching out about, instead of saying I would like to, I'm writing this email with regards to, you use a phrasal verb. I'm reaching out about. Getting out of that, I Googled the phrase and I copy pasted the phrase into my email, may also feel like your email is more conversational, but it doesn't mean it's too informal. Is it too informal, MC? Would you say that?
I would say it's on the informal side, but it's not too bad. I wouldn't, if I'm talking with one person, kind of on a one-on-one conversation, or maybe two, interacting with two people, three, it's fine. But if it's a large audience, unless I want to be intentionally informal, I wouldn't go for that.
All right. So I'm reaching out about, let's say that you are talking to someone that you know.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
I would never use this with someone I don't know. I think it's also important to remember that. Do you know the person or don't you know the person? I guess that would be a big major separation. And from there, what kind of relationship do you have with that person? Do you work with them? Do you exchange emails weekly? Do you exchange emails monthly, once a year? Have you ever exchanged emails? So if you have, and you feel like, hey, you know what? I've been talking to this person, but I still don't know who they are. I would like them to get to know me a little bit more. So maybe you can think about using different communication and being a little more conversational in that sense. This one is super informal. This one is risking, get out of that standardized communication and risk, but you have to know what you're doing. I know you're swamped, so I'll be brief. I think anyone reading an email like this would read the email. Because if
I
someone gets,
definitely would.
wouldn't it? Isn't it convincing? Isn't it strong to convince you to read?
But it smells like startup way more than my corporate world.
Yeah. So it's like, dude, I know you're super busy, so I'll be brief. So
Yeah.
swamped would be very informal, but it's definitely something that would work. If you can be this informal, it would work. I'll be brief. I'll be brief is like a magical sentence for you to write in your email, because the person will go like, okay, great, just a couple minutes of my day, so let me read this. You will become a priority, you know, over the rest. For sure.
Especially when you have 287 emails that you need to read.
Yeah. I'm checking in on, this would be a way for you to tell, you know, say, instead of saying like, hey, have you done what I asked? Hey, are you on schedule? Hey, I need to know if you're, you know, doing, or just, you just want an update on something. So I'm just checking in on the matter that we talked about last week, or the request I made, whatever it is. How do you feel
You
about
know,
this one, MC?
I like that one, and I just want to check in, and also like see how you're doing or something, because well, in the meeting I noticed that you're a little off. That's a great one and a great example of how I use that too. Maybe not in an email, maybe in the company chat or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I usually use when I have situations like that is, hey, friendly reminder, da da da.
Friendly reminder.
Love friendly
uh,
reminder. I
yeah.
love friendly reminders.
Yeah. Later, after we finish the live stream, I'm going to write down these extra things you are sharing. I'm going to include that in the material. So if you missed the beginning of the live lesson, we will be sending this material, which Instagram flocked us, trolled us, and we will be sending this material to you by email. So if you're not receiving
Traders.
emails from us, just go to our bio, fluentforreal.com. Moving on. Thank you for your patience. You know, when you make a mistake and you're like, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, instead of saying, I'm sorry for the mistake I made, you say thank you for understanding. Thank you for your patience. It's more positive. You are complimenting the other person, and you are refraining from focusing on your mistake. It's a good strategy. You know, it's a
It
marketing
is.
strategy for yourself. And I'm grateful for your help on, you know, how sometimes you finish the email like looking forward to your reply, and like thanks in advance. Instead of saying that, you can say, I'm grateful for your help on, and then you say whatever you ask them about. You know, if you ask for a favor, if you need some kind of answer, whatever you need, you say, I'm grateful for your help on this. You are thanking in advance, but you get out of the thanks in advance TIA that most people use.
Another example for that one that I see and I like it often too is the much appreciated.
Cool.
Just like that. Much appreciated. And then we have a great question from Arthur. If I'm not mistaken, Arthur is asking a previous post if it's
Oh,
just about mistakes. Not really. You know, when I use that a lot is when I'm behind my emails. And then by the time I get to your email, it's already 3 weeks. And, and then I'm like, okay, hey, Arthur, thank you for your patience. Da 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 da.
okay.
So instead of like, I'm sorry, it took me so long to reply or things like that, it's like, stop saying I'm sorry. Just appreciate that you are not on top of your emails. And then
Uh-huh.
thank you for your patience. Move on.
Thank you for your patience. Here's the solution. Here's what
Yeah,
you
here's what you need. Here's what you want. And I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, go
It's
straight to the point.
implicit. Yeah.
You guys can ask questions too, all right? Whatever you want, just ask. We will respond. We will help you out. I'm grateful for your help on. We've already seen that one. All right, moving on to number 3 then.
And again,
Number
those are not rules, okay, everyone? Those are based on what we believe it's suitable, our own experience. So be mindful of that.
Yeah. The Wiley Coyote effect. Poor Wiley. He was always too fast or too slow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he never made it. When you write the email and you are too eager to send it too fast,
Oh,
you
I
end up
know.
making mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So proofread your
Proofreading.
emails. Wile E. Coyote never gets his way. He never succeeds. So proofread your emails, because things like this can happen. Can you read
Meant
it?
to email my boss, Touche, after sent me wisecrack email, accidentally typed douche.
In case you don't know what douche means, it means stupid.
Douchebag.
Yeah, douchebag, like duh.
Am I saying something that I wasn't supposed? Is that is our life going to be banished or something?
No, it's not. It's not. So this is a tweet email fail from the internet. I'll have the link also in the material so you guys can see the others. Take a look at this one.
My mom emailed me and said, your dad and I are going to divorce next month. She meant to say Disney. Wow, that's a big fail. Yeah.
The stare. Can you imagine, like, what, mom? Divorce? Wait, no, autocorrect, sorry. If she had proofread the email, she would have seen the mistake, but she didn't. She just pressed send and, went for it. One more.
I love when you find things on Twitter. I absolutely love it. Just want to make it clear. My mom once sent me an email to her coworker saying she was keeping an eye on her crabs. She meant carbs.
Okay, I have to explain this one too, because crab means the seafood, the shellfish, whatever that animal that walks sideways, but it also means a small insect, lice, the one that you have on your hair, kids have on their hair. But
lice, I know.
Yes, but it's for the genital area. So it's lice for the genital area. So can you imagine, like, you sending an email to your coworker saying you're keeping eye on the crabs? It's a small mistake that goes really far, because it's actually a big mistake.
And usually when you don't proofread your emails and you just send it, hardly ever they're going to come back to you and you're going to notice, unless you're talking to a very personal, close friend or whatever, because otherwise you're never going to know, and you're going to be that's going to be an embarrassment
and
what
are you going to do? You just ignore it. I don't know what I would do if I found out later what I had done. I would just go like, oh, whatever, what's done is done. Let it go. Okay, so Wile E. Coyote doesn't proofread emails. Do it. I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to do it. If you don't have if you're not so confident about your own English, check dictionaries like the Longman Dictionary online, LDOCE online.com, that I always recommend, because you can also check grammar there. It's really cool. It's here in the comments. Also, besides the dictionary, you can also check with a friend that speaks English, that you trust, that you can, at work, that you can count on. MC has a friend like that, don't you, MC?
Yeah, yeah. I have a few.
So yeah, see, so even people who are confident about their English can do that and should do that. So ask a friend to proofread, go to a dictionary, and make sure that everything is fine. But please don't use Google Translate. That's all I ask. Please don't.
Yep. And on a daily basis, I don't usually ask for any support when writing my emails, but let's say I'm about to send out something that I need everyone's attention right away. And I want them to pay attention at what I'm saying, not necessarily how I'm saying my mistakes or my, ooh, she must have English as a second language or something like that. I don't want that to stand out in any way, because otherwise I'm going to lose the audience. Yeah. And for those specific situations, which are often, to be honest, I usually run that by a couple of coworkers. That then it's not only about proofreading, but it's also making sure that the language and all my choices are okay to this specific audience that I want to interact with.
Great. Yeah. Arthur mentioned Grammarly. Grammarly is a great tip, Arthur. Grammarly is an extension or an app website that helps you, you know, check your grammar. Word can also do that. It's not the best, but if you don't want to, you know, get into too much trouble, if you type your email in Microsoft Word and make sure you change the language to English, of course, it will help you with spelling. It will help you with major grammar, you know, mistakes. Of course, it may tell you there that something is wrong when in fact it's not. But I guess it's, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to overcorrect than to undercorrect. Number 4, the Gilmore Girls effect. Well, Gilmore Girls, if you are not familiar with that show, they speak really fast and they hardly ever breathe between sentences. So it's like overwhelming and hard to keep up. What I mean by the Gilmore Girls effect is keep your sentences short. Don't make long sentences in your emails. Take a look at the difference here. I'm writing to ask for your assistance with regard, let me zoom in a little. I'm writing to ask for your assistance with regards to a product that my company purchased on your website, order number, blah, 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 which has not arrived even though our local postal system has registered the delivery on their website. It's like a big chunk of words and there's one period right here. Now, the same piece of information divided into 3 sentences and blocks like this. I am writing with regards to the ACME alarm set order, blah, blah, blah. The product was purchased on the 29th and still hasn't arrived. I would like to ask for your assistance as our local postal system has incorrectly registered the delivery. So the readability of the second option is way, way, way higher than the readability of the first. Take a look. So readability is something we have to, it's 2020, guys. We have to think of communication, and we are always fighting for people's attention no matter what we're doing. MC she just mentioned she has 200 emails to be read. She will find some pattern, some filter to prioritize emails. So we need to be able to communicate really well. Short sentences, I don't mean only in emails. I mean always. In English, sentences are shorter than in Portuguese in general, but especially when it comes to writing emails. Keep your sentences short. Don't be like Lorelai and Rory and talk, nonstop, non-breathing. Take your time. Periods, pauses.
Little chunks.
Yes, little chunk. And number 5, last but not least, the mirror effect. Mirror on the wall.
Ooh, I guess now you're gonna talk about what I was thinking about.
Ah, see? Who's the baddest of them all? No, who's the fairest of them all? The mirror effect. This effect that I call, you know, the mirror effect is basically looking around and trying to see the people that you can mimic and you can get inspired, but going beyond that, realizing that being a native doesn't mean that they or you write well. So look at yourself in the mirror and think, do I write well in Portuguese? Do I consider myself a good communicator in writing in Portuguese? If the answer is no, that probably reflects over to your English. So you need to improve your abilities in English in terms of writing, in relation to writing, because you also lack that skill in Portuguese. Being a native does not mean you write well or that you even have the best vocabulary. Not at all. So people who speak Portuguese can write well, cannot write well. Americans, Canadians, Australians, Irish people, they can write well or not. So look at yourself first. I need to improve my writing. Great. So work on that. By reading, that's one thing you can do that improves your writing. By reading emails. You know, what do I mean by reading emails? Take a look at the language that is being used by the people that you judge to be great writers, great speakers and great writers. Probably a native speaker or maybe someone that you know for a fact has amazing English. So that other mirror is looking at that person, reading that person's emails and getting inspiration, writing down the things they use and using it yourself. MC, now I want your take on it.
Yes, so I look for inspiring people all the time. And that doesn't mean that you should be shy next to me or like, oh my God, MC is going to pay attention to my English all the time. No, that's not true, but I want to be inspired by who has great English. And at the workplace, I always observe who writes better compared to the average people in the company. And I usually tend to read their emails again from time to time and kind of get their thinking, their common language, common idiomatic expressions or something like that. And I have like two people that are really inspiring here for me. And I absolutely love, just to give you an example, can I give you an example?
Absolutely. Look at the screen.
So we have an automatic, much appreciated.
Just the ones that you had mentioned to me. But of course, give as many as you can. Everyone will appreciate your insights.
Oh, yeah. So you have it here already. When so I'm on vacation next week, and then usually we set up Outlook to send automatic emails, automatic replies, just to say, hey, I'm out of the office in case you need me. Either you can wait for me to come back and I'll reply your emails promptly, or anyway, or direct your email to those people here. Anyway, so those are really standardized message, very boring sometimes, like, okay, I'll be out of the office, please contact this person, please do this, please do that. And I love that one person says, well, for any time sensitive topics, please consider da-da-dum, da-da-dum. And I think that changes the whole mood of the message, and it's awesome. Those little details, I find they can be really inspiring or kind of a bummer. So I pay attention to those things, but this is a personal thing, and I guess if you want to take your English to a more elevated place, those are great things to observe.
For sure. So let's just go back here. Remember the 5 things that you should stop doing in order to reach that amazing communication level in terms of your emails. Okay, stop sabotaging your emails. The non-jo effect. Talk to whoever, presidents, comedians, actors, talk to whoever. Know your formal and your informal vocabulary. Number 2, the telemarketing effect. Don't do that. Stop standardizing your language, talking to everybody the same way. Make people get to know you through your communication. Make yourself visible, not invisible in the company or with your clients. Use language as a weapon for you. Number 3, the Wile E. Coyote effect. Rushing, not thinking, not planning, and not proofreading your emails. Make sure that you don't make mistakes, simple mistakes that just by reading the email before sending, by proofreading, you would definitely pick up. So don't rush, proofread. Number 4, the Gilmore Girls effect. So don't rush, don't talk too fast, don't write long sentences, short sentences. Keep them short and sweet. Improve the readability of your email. The mirror effect. Look at yourself and see if you need to improve your writing skills in Portuguese, then probably the answer is you also need to improve them in English. And look at another person and make that person your inspiration, maybe a native speaker that you see writes really well, and get inspiration from their emails and expressions they use and how they communicate, and just save them, in your little folder and use them when necessary. Just make sure you sign up to receive this class material tomorrow. So sign up tonight, tomorrow morning tops, because I'll be sending the material in the afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and you use this, put it into action, use these tips, grab the class material that you can copy paste into your emails whenever you need. All right. And always keep that little vocabulary folder with you, because it can be really helpful when you are in a hurry to write an email and you don't know how to start and how to finish. Bye, partner.
Bye-bye. Bye, Nisiani. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Nisiani. Bye-bye.